Hey, it's Ed here for Content Capital, and on today's video we're taking a look at XRP macro, and currently we are viewing this Bitstamp chart all the way from 2013. I believe this is one of the oldest charts that I have here on TradingView, so we're going to be charting on this one today. So currently what we got is a couple bumps here at the start, a kind of a low point. However, it's not the all-time low. We have the all-time low here on July 2014, and then we had this massive rise afterwards. And since then we've been, well, going sideways basically since 2017 December highs, at least here on log scale as a sideways box basically, if you want to be drawing one in here. But today on this video we're checking out the Elihwave counts I got prepared for the macro. So let's start with the very high time frame structures. I'm talking about this move here in the next count, but overall what we can see here is a potential 1-2. Now again, as we've seen with XRP locally, some of these wave structures are not that great. For example, this one here, this is more like a three-way structure. However, it doesn't have a wave 4 for the fifth wave, 4 and a fifth wave for this 5-way structure to be a wave 1, at least very easily. But again, here on macro scale, we have to be using this as a wave 1 and wave 2, because the rise afterwards, we can see that it's been like insane. But yeah, this is how I would be labeling this count as a potential wave 1 cycle done. There is an option for wave 2 to be already over, or later when we are looking at more of the structures from the 2017 high or 2018 high. This could be moving onwards, but we're talking about that later. The other way of looking at this is that we have a wave 1-2, 1-2, in which case we can label this already as a wave 3. It's not very easy to determine which one of these counts are going to be true, because again, the low that we have established is here on these lows, and generally we want to be starting our Elihwave count from the low. But again, we know that structures just don't appear from anything or from nothing, I guess. They start always from some predetermined point and an interesting area. And for this one, I've labeled it as from these lows of 2013 August. And while we can't see the origin of the structure, there might be some charts where we have a structure like this. Okay, so take that with a pinch of salt. I'm not quite sure if that is one to be found, but I'm sure there could be one. Then we could be using this overall. What else this could be? Wave A, of course, based on this. Instead of wave 1, this could be a wave A. For this to become a bearish count, we would have something like this. More likely to be an A, B, and C, because this has taken so long in time. So if we were comparing this being a wave 2 and this wave B, or this being a wave B, or what's the difference is just the time. It is more likely to have a shorter wave 2 in comparison to wave 1 than a long wave B to a wave A or something. So if a structure or the corrective structure takes longer than the first structure over here, it is more likely to be a B wave. But in this case, there's a couple of ways of labeling this, so we're going to continue with these counts. Now, if we are labeling this into being wave 4, we can start to look at some of the more bullish counts, where we could either have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then looking for the fifth. As fifth wave generally in crypto are very massive, this could be the start of it. And again, this is kind of far-fetched, but it is really hard to count as a bullish option. In here we had a 3-way structure. Well, we have this as a wave 4. We have to label that as a wave 4. And in here, it is very difficult as well. So overall, expanding leading diagonal into a wave 1 through a pullback, which is fine, but then we had another 3-wave up. At this point, I'm not quite sure if I like to have the wave 2 here. However, we have not taken out the low here, so I feel like that is the place to label it. Also, we had some divergences going into it, so some kind of ABC fits in here very decently. If this indeed is a wave 1, 2, it makes it even less probable this counts, because we have yet another expanding leading diagonal into a lower degree wave 1. Why not a wave 3? Because again, diagonals can never be in a wave 3. Wave 3 can always be only an impulse wave of 5 waves. So again, what does this mean? This means that we would have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, a 1 less bullish option, however still a bullish count, would be something like this. Some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as a diagonal, and then we go up after a retrace. Okay, so that would be the other option, which could be the bullish case. This, however, that I had there, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 is a very, very moon count. So I wouldn't really look into that too much. Just wanted to point both those scenarios out. Now the bear case would be thinking that maybe the wave 4 is not done here. Instead, what we would have is a 3-way structure in here, which would be the wave W of that wave 4. Then 3-way move up, where we have an ABC here, which looks very decent here. And then we would have another WXY down, targeting the lows of this wave W. We would need to go to weekly and monthly timeframes for this, for RSI to settle. And yeah, what we would be looking for is yet another similar low as this previous one. Again, this was the low of June 2022, which is the all-time low, at least on this chart, weekly for XRP on on weekly, but I'm not quite sure if it is on the monthly. Let's see. It kind of looks like these are the lowest. 44. This is actually lower here. 44. Yeah, it looks like it's somewhere here. So yeah, of course it could be done, which would be more bullish. But again, this is the bearish count, where we would be targeting these previous lows around 11 cents. Again, for that to happen, another 83% at least. And of course, we have some targets to go for. 1-to-1 would not even take out the low, and 1-to-1 over here would take us all the way to 6.7 cents. Now, there is important levels on this 1-to-1. I want to point that out because as you can see here, where do we have fib overall overlaps is around the 6.5 cents area. What else do we have here? Previous highs. This all area is like a resistance went through. We have never back tested this yet, so an area of interest for sure would be down in somewhere here. Of course, if we just do a swing failure pattern of these lows previously, where we have loads of stop losses, I'm sure that we could just head up higher from there on out. But again, that would be the bearish case, where we would still come down before going up again. Now, we talked about the idea of being an A, B, C here as well, and this is where the bearish case would fit decently well, in my opinion. Depends which low you're going to be using. This is I don't think this hits anything here on retracement wise too well. Golden pocket is only at 4.3 cents, so I hope that we're not going to come that low, but that would be one of the interesting areas as well if we break this one here below. Now the bullish case, I don't even know. If we start to break this first one here, we can quite certainly say that it's not really looking good. However, until we break this low here, this 30 cent low, we can then say for sure that we don't have a leading diagonal, at least labeled this way. There's a couple of ways of course interpreting this, where you could have an ABC here, ABC here. If it doesn't take out this low, takes out this low, there's still a possibility for a diagonal of such. Same as we had in here, where these came so close together, the wave 4 and wave 2. It doesn't really have good proportions, but it's not invalidated. If we take out this low here, 28-cent low from the June 2022, then we can cancel the whole bull idea completely out of our minds, and of course at that point the bearish case is more confirmed. But those are the interesting areas for me. If I were to long this, the only way I would be looking at it would be some kind of diagonal in here, and then a retracement of some sort after the fifth wave. So I would want to be looking for at least one more high to give us the option of having this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. However, there is always the possibility where this is indeed a 1, 2, 1, 2, creating smaller 1, 2s before we create 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And at that point again, we would be going to the moon. If you would play this, again, structure-wise, this is not very tradable with Elliott wave. In my opinion here, even on daily time frames, it is very ugly. Loads of overlaps, not enough structure, or not enough good structure. You see these look more like 3As anyway. That I feel like there is way better altcoins Elliott wave wise, but the community I know for XRP is very strong, and that is of course a real factor in the longevity of all these altcoins. But these are the Elliott wave counts that I had prepared for XRP. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in getting signal service for crypto and other stocks and indices, check us out on countertrendcapital.com and join our Discord from here on out. That's all for now. Thanks for watching again, and see you on the next videos. Bye bye.